Meet me outside. Take me downstairs where the mood's right.
Hello, this is Olaide Steele and I'm here with Voss today.
Hello.
Hey.
So how are you guys doing this morning?
Good, thank you.
Good.
How are you?
Good, thanks, yeah. So I'm really excited to have you guys here today and to ask you guys some questions. And so I'm going to start off with this question for you guys. How did you guys meet?
Well, I live in a pub. So we met, a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago?
Maybe 3 years.
3 years ago. And I live in a pub and we used to have a live music jam night in that pub. And one night Robin comes to the jam via a friend of ours actually. And we basically bonded over our love for Leanne Havas.
Okay.
And so we played through a Leanne Havas tune and then obviously got chatting afterwards and decided that we should get into the studio and do some stuff. And then here we are.
Yeah. We did a couple of your tunes as well, I seem to remember.
Oh yes, yeah, we did.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we met.
Cool. Okay, so what is the meaning behind the name The Band?
So basically, Voss means you in Latin, but the meaning is slightly less relevant than the 5 months we took to try and name a band in 2016 or 17.
Yeah.
Because if you go look on a SoundCloud or anywhere or Spotify, every name has been taken.
Aww.
Every single name.
But I like Voss because
it means,
for me, Robin hates this, but for me it means do you.
Yeah.
So
cool.
like just be you, do your own thing. But Robin hates that. He thinks it's really cheesy.
I think that's really nice.
I like
love
it. Yeah.
There you go. We have a winner.
So that's for me what it means. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We both like the name a lot, and also like I think a lot of the sound world we live in, a lot of the names is down to what it looks and sounds like as well. So
Yeah, that's
pretty,
true. Yeah.
suits us.
Cool. So, obviously your song that is out is called Sirius. So what is the song about?
So I wrote the lyrics based on, most of my lyrics are always based on real scenarios, but a lot of the time they're adapted to maybe be a little bit more dramatic or a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's basically based on a scenario where you meet someone and you are loving the way that they make you feel.
Yeah.
And you kind of want to keep that going. But you know that maybe it's not quite the right thing.
Yeah.
But even still, you pursue it and you want to take it further. And so then in the name, like in the chorus, do you want to get serious? It's basically saying, do you want to keep this going and actually become an item and that kind of thing. But then some of the lyrics also lend to the fact that it could be perhaps not the right thing to do, even though you really want to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
that's what the lyrics are based on.
Awesome. So, I know you guys recorded the acoustic version
Yes.
at Abbey Road Studios.
Yeah.
What was it like recording there?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
We were in Studio 2, which is where the Beatles spent a lot of time, so it's been a working studio for 60 years or so.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine many years before that as well. The sound in there was incredible. We were working with this guy called George who just managed to make everything sound monumental.
Yeah.
The drummer was in the big room, and Alex had a whale of a time in there. Just everything you hit just sounds massive. You can hear it on the record.
Yeah.
And we had a really good time.
Yeah, it was like it didn't feel real for me at all. Like even just walking into that front door, I was like, really?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah, one of the best days that I've ever had, to be honest, because it's proper bucket list
Yeah.
tick. So
It's so iconic.
exactly. Yeah. So hopefully we can go back again.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, we'll see.
Where can people find your music?
All social media platforms are at This Is Voss.
Yeah.
That's right?
Yeah.
And then obviously Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, all of those bad boys.
The usual.
The usual, yeah.
All over it.
Nice. So what projects are you looking forward to working on this year?
Ooh. We've got quite a lot of new stuff that we're working on, haven't we? Which is really exciting. So hopefully we'll be able to get a few new songs out this year, which will be fun.
Yeah.
We've got a new release coming out hopefully in the next couple of months, which is exciting.
Yeah.
And then, just keep working on new stuff and just releasing as much as possible, I reckon,
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So, if I want to catch a Voss gig, where do I go?
All of our gigs are listed on Spotify now.
Cool.
Finally.
After about 3 months of not understanding why the hell it wouldn't do what we told it to.
But now you can see all of our live upcoming shows on Spotify.
Nice.
So they're all there.
Coolio. So, what social media accounts should we follow if we want to see what Voss is up to?
Instagram, basically. We're proud of our Instagram, and everything else is just a byproduct.
Yeah, I get you.
Instagram's the one. Yeah. So it would be @thisisvoss on Instagram.
Awesome. So, what made you pursue a career in music?
I kind of always just wanted to do music. My whole family is quite musical. My parents were both in like rubbish bands when they were younger. No, not rubbish, that's me. But you know, my dad played a little drum machine.
Yeah.
And my mum played bass actually, which was pretty cool. And they both sing, so I kind of just always looked up to that and wanted to do music. So I've just always done it.
Yeah.
And there's a story actually of me in the car when I was like a kid and my mum was listening to Prince, You Sexy Mother. And there's me singing along in the background, and that was probably my first time that I was singing in the back of the car, and those were my first words. So
First time you swore. Nice.
First time I swore for sure. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So I think I got into music. Through writing. So I used to play as a kid, playing cello and things like that. But music as a career made sense when I started, like at the end of my teens, writing with other people and creating like new things, and that really sold the idea of doing music to me. So then I kind of went off and run with that.
Cool. So who are the 3 most inspiring people in your life?
I don't have 3.
Okay.
Which I know is a bit rubbish, but the 2 most inspiring people are just my mum and dad.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they've kind of like, they've both come from nothing and like made, you know, companies themselves and then lost everything again and then brought themselves back up again.
Yeah.
And for me that's really inspiring because they're literally just doing it.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing what they've got to do, they're hustling, and you know, that kind of motivates me to do the same thing. So yeah.
Nice. I suppose parents are both my parents are very giving of their time to everyone they know. So I've always been inspired to be better for people around me by them, and but also like my girlfriend and my friends in London. Like, just I think having people around me who challenge you to do what you're doing as well as you can is always important, and I definitely get that from Hannah and from my best mates. So very vague, non-free people.
No, it's good. It's good. So what is your favourite book?
Harry Potter.
Nice. I was like, you were very sure of that.
Very sure. I mean, it's probably one of the only books I've ever read, but
I think the one book that had the biggest impact was Lord of the Rings when I was a kid. Because I literally had the biggest books in my hands and just so glued to it. There's been lots of books after since then, but I think that gave me permission to kind of disappear into a story and keep doing it. So.
Cool. What is your favourite film?
Probably from back in the day, like there's loads of amazing films that have come up in the last few years, but from back in the day, probably Fight Club.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine's Good Will Hunting. Just there's so many conversations that are like probably 10-20 minutes long, but they're...
Sounds awful.
Yeah, no, but we're talking about Robin Williams here.
Fair
it's
enough,
phenomenal. And Matt Damon. So yeah, no, like it's it's an amazing kind of voyage into the world of someone who's trying to find himself. Yeah, it's good. Go watch it. I'm not selling it well.
No, it sounds different, like to what I'd usually watch. So
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
Will Hunting. It's amazing.
Right, I'm on it.
Cool. And what is your favourite TV show?
Power.
Okay. Yeah.
I love a bit of power.
Very predictable, but Game of Thrones.
Cool.
Yeah, could have guessed that.
Nice. So, what is your go-to outfit?
Trackies. Always.
Nice
Trainers,
and comfy.
trackies, hoodie. Even on a night out. Trackies with heels.
Nice.
All over it.
Taking notes later.
Yeah.
Apparently some sort of black hoodie for me. It seems to be a recurring
Oh yeah, always.
theme.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. And so, if you were a season, which one would you be and why?
I'd probably be spring because everyone's looking forward to summer, so everyone's like a
Yeah.
little bit excited,
Yeah.
and everyone's really happy winter's over.
Yeah.
So everyone's just happy and
yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Cool.
The hilarious thing. So I'd love to be winter just because I like winter. I love winter, which is the big opposite to you. But I would say character-wise, I've got to be a spring because I'm always kind of living on a prayer, trying to get somewhere. So,
Yeah. Nice.
Deep.
Yeah.
Tell me more where that came from.
Who said that? So, what is your favourite sound?
The ocean.
Oh, come on. Sound of the sea.
We can have the
You guys
same
are like
one.
twins.
Oh my god.
Ocean.
Better not steal the next one.
And what is your least favourite sound?
People chewing really loudly. Is that the same?
Nope.
Okay.
My alarm clock.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, that could second it quite well actually. Yeah.
So, what was your favourite subject in school?
Music.
Music.
Always music, yeah.
Woodwork.
Really?
Yeah. Built myself a bass.
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was fun. I think the gutting thing is I got to college, and my brothers have both got to college, and one of them taking like building things to the next level. And then I got there and they didn't have the course anymore, so I had to do music. No, I love music too, but back then woodwork was where I was at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what 3 words best describe you?
Fiery. Everyone always calls me fiery. I think it's just because I've got red hair. Compassionate and honest, I would say.
Cool.
I'm gonna go with 3 letters and BFG.
Big friendly giant.
There you go.
Cool.
I tried other ones.
Yeah.
Those were these.
It's true though.
Name 3 of your favourite songs.
So, Dirty Diana, Michael Jackson.
Cool.
Think Twice, Celine Dion. And The Worst, Shaheen Aika.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yes. Love that chick.
So there's a Joni Mitchell did this track called Both Sides Now, which
Okay.
is one of the most beautiful concepts.
Is that the one that was in Love Actually?
I haven't watched Love Actually.
What?
You go watch Good Will Hunting, I'll watch Love Actually.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's quite as deep as that.
So Both Sides Now is, the chorus and the concept is just phenomenal. There's this orchestral version, which is great. And then Stop This Train, John Mayer, which is just lyrical genius, love it. And then more like creative production-y end of the spectrum. There's this fella called Son, and he's got this track called Hugh, which came out about maybe a year ago, and just crafting his production with his songwriting, it takes like it's all like meshed together in an amazing, amazingly creative way. I love listening to it.
Nice. So, what is your favourite sport?
I mean, I'm like the least sporty person ever. So, do you mean like to play or to watch?
either like could be to play, to watch.
I don't know if you class it as a sport, but I love watching gymnastics,
Yeah.
like in the Olympics and stuff. I mean, to play it, I wouldn't have a clue. I'm just terrible. Anytime a ball gets near me, I just run away. I don't like it.
You've heard this one far too much from me, but snowboarding. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Skiing for
Snowboarding.
you, I suppose.
I do like skiing. Yeah.
Cool.
Is it a sport?
What else is
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like winter sport.
True.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go skiing. It's quite cool.
Cool. So, what celebrity do people say you look like?
Jess Glynn.
I was actually thinking that. It's like, that's the question.
Everyone says it, and the hair doesn't help. I don't see it.
I see it.
Do you?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah, maybe.
Damn it. I've got no hope.
Back at uni, one of my mates put up one. You know when people put up a photo of you next to someone, he put me up with. I didn't have as much of a beard back then. Rafael Nadal, and I don't think I look like him, but the two pictures he chose were hilarious, and he put like a hat on me. And,
I can maybe see it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the eyes.
Okay. Yeah. I looked a bit different back then.
No
I
beard.
looked like Rafael Nadal back then. So.
So, what's your favourite thing to eat for lunch?
I always end up having soup.
Okay.
Don't know why.
But if you had like the whole world as a menu, where would it be?
Oh, probably like I don't know, avocado on toast with a poached egg,
Nice.
some chilli.
Brunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically brunch. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Gnocchi for me.
Gnocchi.
For lunch. Okay.
Just one dish of gnocchi.
What's that?
It's like a pasta-like dish, but it's made out of potato instead of pasta. It's phenomenal.
Sounds good.
It is good actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Try it.
I will. So, like when I'm watching the film.
Whilst eating gnocchi.
Yeah. What is your favourite dessert?
Sticky toffee pudding.
That's good.
Like any menu, I'm on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry's for me.
Yeah. So, what is your favourite fruit?
Probably red grapes.
They're good, yeah.
Red grapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mango.
Gotta be seedless.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah, definitely
Oh,
seedless.
mango.
Yeah, I win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So, what is your greatest strength?
I'm gonna stop.
No deep talk.
Greatest strength is probably, and it's not actually that deep, but I kind of really pride myself on it, is that I feel like I'm quite aware. So one of my biggest pet peeves is when people are just completely unaware. And I like to kind of be aware of not only myself but other people.
Yeah.
If there's something not quite right, or if someone's not feeling good or unhappy or happy or excited. So yeah, for me that's probably my biggest thing.
Mine's a lot more musical. I spend a lot of time listening to the same thing over and over and over and over and over again to make it better, and somehow I have the patience for that, which if I didn't have that, then I wouldn't have the job. So
Yeah, that's true, because I couldn't do what you do.
so yeah, that and I'd say it depends who you are, but I don't enjoy normal stuff. So because of that, I think I'm lucky doing what I do, because then I can match the two together. So.
Cool. So, what is the biggest lesson that you've learnt this year? I know it's quite early in the year.
True.
Yeah.
We'll go with in the last year.
Cool.
For me, just that life is very, very short.
Yeah.
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 Very true. Yeah. not investing, wrong word. Looking out for your family is more important than everything.
Yeah. Cool. So, what experience has shaped your life?
You go first.
Okay, so when I was about 23, I worked on a cruise ship for 4 months, and I just moved to London, so moved to London for like 2 months and disappeared on a cruise ship, and had kind of a stable time of, well, if you can call cruise ship life stable, but of being paid and turning up, having a gig every day and all that. And there was 2 things I did. One, I got very, very interested in people who aren't like me and different cultures and seeing the world. I always had that, but it took a step up. And the other thing was I realised I didn't want to do a normal job. I know that's very unnormal, but I didn't want to turn up to the same thing every day. I wanted to be creative and do that. So that had a twofold effect, which really, helped. Came back, cracked on with music. There you go.
I've remembered mine now. Mine is probably the experience has probably been my mum being sick when I was a kid. She was sick for a really long time and then kind of got better, which was wicked.
Yeah.
And then she had a really bad car accident, which we all can laugh about now, but she drove off the edge of a bridge, which was just mad. Like, you know, and it was quite high up. She drove off the edge, and broke her neck, ribs, all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And just seeing how she recovered from it and how strong she was massively impacted on me. So that's hugely guided me in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what motivates you?
For me, my motivation is just to kind of succeed at what I always have set out to do.
Yeah.
Because I've always said that I wanted to do music, and I have always done music, but it's always been amongst other bits and bobs, to earn money and stuff. So the motivation is to kind of do full time what I've always said that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Which is my own music.
Yeah. Doing music and downtime, just as back when I came back from that cruise, I'm very good at not giving myself downtime. I've learned it now, Dawn knows that.
Yeah.
I take holidays and all that, but music just used to be the one thing. I've kind of downtime's important.
Yeah.
Cool. So similar question. What inspires you? So this could be things that you see, things people do.
So many things. Mainly experiences. So whether it be my experiences or other people's experiences, anything that's going on around me or any people that are around me, I always try and absorb as much as possible.
Yeah.
So any kind of experience that you're going through or someone else is going through is kind of all of my inspiration.
Yeah.
Nice. Same, and just digging into stories like books and films and that kind of stuff.
Cool. What character trait do you admire in others?
Awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Persistence.
Cool. What was your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution was to be more decisive.
Okay.
Because up until this point, I am the most indecisive person in the world, even from little things like, what do you want to have for dinner?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, or I don't mind, you choose. And I started doing some events, bits and bobs, and I realised that I couldn't make any decisions on what to do. So that was my New Year's resolution, and I'm doing fairly well at sticking to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's hard though.
Cool.
So mine, last year was all a bit mad, lots going on, and this year's resolution is to keep doing all of that stuff but take it in my stride. So learn to just not dwell on how much time I wish I had and just get on with it, basically. Don't complain.
Cool.
So,
if you were a superhero, what would be your superpower?
This is a hard one. I found this one probably like the most hard question.
do you want me to start?
Yeah, go on.
Be able to stretch time, so I could have more than 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because you could do whatever you want if you want to help
true.
people or just do your work or whatever. Done.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
that's
one.
a really good one.
Best superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got two.
Go on then.
As a superhero power, probably to be invisible, to be able to be invisible.
Creepy.
I know, it's really creepy, I know. I don't know why, I just like the idea of it.
Yeah.
But then as as a more human one, I'd like to just be able to live on less sleep.
Yeah. That's so true.
It's basically the same as mine. As in,
stretching time.
Yeah, that's
aiming
true.
for the same thing.
That is true,
More
yeah.
time in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can sleep the same amount but still have the hours, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. And so, where do you guys see yourself in 3 years' time?
So, Voss, all things Voss, we'd love to be just being able to keep things afloat doing Voss.
Yeah.
Being able to just make the music we want to make and working with a great team. We've already got a few guys in, they're really beneficial to us getting stuff done. But writing music, being at festivals, adds that.
Yeah, I think, just being able to make a living off this project, among other projects, but all music-based. Writing, performing, gigging, travelling, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What would you like your legacy to be?
For me, I've always said that I don't necessarily need to be the best. I just want to be well recognised for something that I love. But then also within that, going back to the last question, being able to make a living off the music side of things, to then be able to make enough of an impact on other people's lives as well. So whether that be, with charity or, helping others from different countries, and here in the UK, I don't know, like just to be able to make a difference and an impact on other people.
Yeah.
I think very similarly, I'd love to be able to make combine the two, I suppose, to make art that makes people think.
Yeah.
So that make people art that makes people think, but also we love making tunes that make people want to move and feel and all that stuff too. So.
Cool. So, what advice would you give your younger self?
Don't care about what other people think or say.
Ditto.
Just
That's
do
exactly what I was
you.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name boss.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just especially in the music world, it's very easy for people to be like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Once upon a time, I wanted to play bass with Justin Timberlake, but I couldn't be more content writing my own music.
Yeah.
And I've learned that the long and hard way, but it's really fun doing what I want to do.
Yeah. What advice would you give people who want to start a career in music?
Don't care about what other people say. I used to do a lot of vocal coaching with like teenage age groups, but then also like university age groups as well. And the main thing that I came across was confidence, or I'm worried that people aren't going to like this. And it's not an easy mindset to get into, especially when you're of like teenage age, to be like, oh, I don't care what people think, I'm just going to do my thing, and people can like it or not like it, and that's fine. But that is literally what I would try and instill in anyone that wants to do music, is that, because realistically the people that are successful in music are the people that are a little bit different, and that's totally fine. And there are going to be always people that love it, and there's always going to be people that hate it and are quite open to tell you they hate it. But just be cool with that.
I think also to make a career out of it, do that, but also say yes to everything and just ride it all out. Like, get involved with as much stuff as you can.
Yeah.
Be it other people's projects, you'll learn from it. Be it your stuff, make it happen.
Yeah,
As well.
and work with just as many people as you can.
Yeah.
Cool. In what way do you hope life will be different for future generations?
I just kind of hope that there is a more even line between kids growing up. So for example, you know, I mean, this will probably never happen, but like, I would love to see like an equal education for everyone, regardless of how they grow up, where they grow up from, what money they've got. The same opportunities for people would then stem from that. You'd be meeting the same people, so then everyone gets given the same start in life. So then you can either take it and run with it, or take it and do nothing with it, but at least everyone's a little bit more equal.
Yeah,
definitely. For me, I think one of the biggest hindrances of people getting along is education, because they don't understand each other, but also there's so many societies and like outlooks where it depends on other people thinking the same way or believing the same stuff, and as people are more open to people not being the same and that being exciting, like wonderful things happen. So people not having to feel that they have to build a place which is safe because everyone thinks the same way. There's like tribalism where people just always about the other, and it's just really key that people let go of that. That's very much 2018 in politics right there.
Cool. So it's been a pleasure speaking with you guys today.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for coming here. All the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
And thank you guys.
Cheers.
Do you wanna get serious so I can feel this good forever?